Hello, oh my gosh, my phone's going off. Cool. I'm glad. I'm glad I remembered to set my alarm. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. You may be asking, how did we get here? But also you may be asking, sorry, that was so stupid. Oh shoot. Gotta make sure. Whoa. Streamer mode was on, right? No. We're at 6:30. What in the world? First off, I said 7 o'clock, but the whole reason the stream has been relocated today is because, I have a lab tonight, and the only time that worked out for us in this entire week happened to be tonight at 9 o'clock, which I'm thankful because that means we can still stream today. I was really worried about that, especially because we had some scheduling stuff, and school does take a priority. But yeah, last night I didn't stream, as I talked about in the stream before, because I had a big quiz today. It went really well. I was very happy about it. However, I can definitely tell that going forward, the quizzes will not be like that one. And it required me staying up quite late last night studying, so I am pretty tired today. Also, I've just had an extremely busy and chaotic day, so there's very few words to describe how excited I am to be here tonight, to hang out with you guys, and to finally have a break from everything. Yeah, it's only week 2 of the semester yet. I'm already super burnt out. But yeah, I already started warming up as per usual. We're gonna be kind of strict with the stream time tonight. However, we started streaming so early that we could actually probably go over our usual time, which is about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half. And we could do some, yeah, we could just draw extra today, which I really want to do because the tiger construction, which we've been working so hard on. Yeah, so let me get the timer set up. We're going to pop over there. I have a feeling we may be a bit scarce on people joining us tonight because it's earlier and people aren't used to that schedule, by which I apologize. However, if people do comment, or some people join and they're like, hey, I like this new schedule, then we'll definitely do that. Cool. Also, I switched my browser. Oh, goodness, here, wait. I switched my browser to Firefox. And I like it. It's pretty fun. I switched it because the last one I was using, Brave, it just wasn't good. I didn't like it. There's a lot of UI things I didn't like. It felt clunky and slow at times. It was the final straw when I kept having, oh wow, this pen is really dead. This sign-in error on one of my Google accounts. I didn't have it on Chrome or anything when I checked, so I just tossed it, went to Firefox. It's not really out of like a cybersecurity standpoint or like security standpoint, right? Like, I don't need to be that secure. But yeah, I heard good things about Firefox, and so far, a pretty nice experience. I love the customizability. It's kind of like the Apple Windows debate, you know? Or even Apple Linux debate, because Windows is really becoming more strict and making some poor design choices, but that one was a bit, yeah. Or like, for abstracting a lot of the menu features like Apple does, you can't control as much, that easily. Meanwhile, Linux, I mean, come on, it is more difficult to control, but geez. And yes, every day, I do consider switching to Linux. One guy in my class has a dual boot to Linux, but he says it's just more of a pain than anything. Because, like, apparently whenever Windows updates, it boots into Linux or something like that. I can't remember. Lots of ellipses today. And they're doing okay. I'm like, I don't know why I'm just so tired. I think the combination of just the weather and the gym session I had earlier today. I like was falling asleep. I'm not gonna lie, I was falling asleep while waiting for the stream to start. Oh, but we're gonna need large ellipses, won't we? Oh, there is something on my desk. I feel it. Somewhere. Is it here? Is it on this? Oh, who knows? I brought a spare piece of paper just in case we wanted to do more warm up, which I kind of feel like it. Wow, that's really good. That was not, because I didn't ghost and I got cocky with it. Ah, man, this pen is so dead. Like for running off the page right there, probably just put the final nail in the coffin. I could probably do some of like the forbidden techniques to get more ink out of it, like, you know, the swinging thing or stuff like that. My warm-up pens, because I don't really want to do that to my like active pens that I'm using for Drawbox and or 50%. I need to do more 50%. I've been really slacking since I've gotten to college. Ah, yikes. Man, I was in my head, I was like, oh, well, you have this busy day tomorrow, but I get to sleep after stream. I was like, oh, wait, no, I got lab. But I could still, hopefully if the lab ends early, I may fall asleep during the lab thinking about it, like, but yeah, we can, probably end the lab before 10, hopefully, because then that means I can get 8 hours of sleep. I'm a bit worried though, because when I'm tired means I make poor design/line choices. And that is scary. So we need to make sure we're extra focused today. Do a big sausage form. Yeah, we kind of lost our sense of scale in there. Hey, oh. Message retracted. Do I need to put you in timeout, Mr. Hamburger? Also, welcome back to the stream. I can't see what people retract. That's so lame. I want to be a snitch. I want to be a nosy guy. Anyways, hello Hamburger. Welcome back to the stream. Man, I'm tired. Wow. That is I'm like almost slurring my speech. That is whew. That is not good. We need to wake ourselves up. But yeah, we are doing more Big Cat today, for sure. I think this is the longest continuous construction we've had of anything before. And like, cause like I think the only like set like art-wise set of streams that we had was like the louse, and that's because I kept redoing it. I said more on accident, so I deleted what I said. Okay, no need to self-report, but thank you. You know, very glad to see you back here, Hamburger. Will you be doing anything today during the stream? You should draw a big cat. Draw a panther. Ooh, I love panthers. That was a terrible ellipse. You're not good at drawing, that's fine. Have some fun with it. Draw a hamburger panther. That feels like a... I feel like that was a promptathon. Yeah, that was. It was draw an animal composed of like food, and I did a club croissant crab. Man, that was this summer? Jeez, time goes by fast. Wow. Geez, when is the next promptathon? My head hurts because of school. Oof. Dude, I feel that entirely. Well, hey, you only got one more day left, right? Hopefully. I'm not sure if everyone has the same weekdays, but you have Friday tomorrow and then hopefully the weekend. You get to relax. Yeah, my head typically hurts quite a bit because of school. Too much to do there. Make this one like a bit like that. The longer ones, it's always hard to line everything up perfectly. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering so much. Jeez. We have a 3-day weekend because of Labor Day. Awesome. Wow, I completely forgot that was coming up. Not gonna lie, I burped right there and that messed up my lips. But yeah, that's really good to hear. So you get a nice relaxing weekend. You can draw some big cats. Wow, that ellipse was just not right. That wow. We need to... I'm almost scared to work on the tiger today. Maybe there's a lesson learned about all this and we're about to learn it quite forcefully? I don't know. Cool, okay. So, fun warm-up today. We did some sausage forms. We did some of our usual stuff. Early stream. Early stream gets the worm, dude. I am tired, Rise. Like, I am obnoxiously tired to the point where like I lose track of what I'm thinking about very easily. Very, very busy past couple of days, I'm not gonna lie, and it's only getting busier next week. In fact, next week may be worse than this one, and I really don't like that notion. But yeah, hope all is going well with you, Rise. I can't say we're gonna try to finish up the tiger construction today. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired that like when I looked at my monitor, the tiger was slowly getting bigger. It's still kind of doing that. I don't know what optical illusion that is, but whatever. Yeah, we had to sacrifice quite a bit of sleep over the past couple of days to get all my homework and other stuff done. But tonight we'll be able to get 7 hours of sleep, so I'm happy. And then tomorrow's like smooth sailing. It's gonna be a really good day, and then I'll get to sleep early, and then start Saturday off with a bang. So I'm very happy about that. We just have to survive today and tomorrow-ish. Tomorrow morning. That's gonna be rough. It's leg day, dude. Leg day at 8 a.m. Okay, so let us return to our friend. a lion. Yep, last stream we added the helmet as well. I mean, we did most of the lower construction, right? The main errors consisted of the mouth possibly being too wide, this section being a bit too large for that, so now it seems like the helmet is a bit more shifted towards us, but it's not only barely noticeable, but still technically correct. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be introducing the footprints for the main area. We're going to be doing a lot of the additive forms. I'm really worried about the eyes. Yeah. Must go on for a few more days, exactly. But first, everybody, you know the rules. Please drink some water. Water is very important for you. Almost as important as sleep. Please get sleep as well. But yeah, let's get some water real quick. I'm being so careful. Like, I probably may wash my hands because I have like ink smeared on them a tiny bit. Just so like I want to keep this pristine because I'm so proud of this so far. Like, I'll talk more about it in a second. But yeah, I'll be right back, everybody. Good on you, Hamburger. I respect it. You know what? If the channel ever sells merch, it'll be water bottles. There you go. Some like nice one, like metal water bottles. Ugh. I'm a fan of like, just like you don't have to have this Yeti or what's the new thing, the Stanley. Like you don't need this crazy stuff. Yeah, Cat, sorry, yeah, stream also went like just a bit earlier than it should have, because I wanted maybe some extra time on stream today, because, yeah, early stream because my lab is scheduled for 9 o'clock tonight. You've got water, awesome, thank you, Hamburger, good job. You get 5 points today, 5 Kavel points. Oh wait, didn't we talk about it last stream, like Kavel coin or something? You get 5 Kavel coin. I'm going to disrupt the market. Yep. What's up, Cat? And I think I said, what's up, Bryce? But yeah, hope your guys' day are going well. I've said it many a time, and I'll say it one more, just so I don't annoy people, but I'm tired, and I'm going to be stuttering a lot, and I'm going to be losing track of what I'm doing and saying, so we'll get through it together, everybody. We plan on getting sleep tonight. A lot of stuttering, it's bad. So yeah. Cat time. Yay. Here's our cat. Our very, very beautiful kitty cat. Look at that. I'll say it every stream. What just an amazing creature. So cool. But yeah, so to continue our description of this amazing creature, we have to continue with our additive forms. We did one of the harder ones last night, which was the helmet of the head as part of our tiger Legos, right? And so it's kind of up to what we want to choose to tackle now. I do want to kind of get the mane out of the way, or the tufts of fur on the side of the face, because those are the most relative, like they aren't as grounded in reality. And in fact, I'm tempted to make this line right here go like this. Like this yellow one to go up here and then around the helmet in the back. Now you wouldn't actually see that, you're just going to see this. But still would be cool. So yeah, I'd say we tackle that. We're going to start with the footprint, which is going to be buttressed against the footprint of the top of the jaw and the side of the eye. And then I think we'll do the eyes next. We'll start with the actual eyeball, which will be scary and difficult because we don't have a great landing place for the nose yet. And the ears can come whenever. I'm not too stressed about them. They're easy to mess up, but yeah, right. Nothing too chaotic there. And then we have the brow and eye muscles. Eye muscles I want to rework. They are buttressed here, but I don't know. It just feels a bit saggy, right? Like they feel too round. So, yeah. My clumsy self tripped and fell in the street today. It was a rough start to the morning. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully you're well. Goodness. I'm just picturing like, oh, what's that? Sorry, why? You just told me something super sad. And I am sorry that you got hurt, but like my mind was like, oh, what's that one anime where that girl just gets hit by a truck? I'm so sorry. That was like so unhinged. I apologize, but hope you're well. Hope the rest of your day did not shape up to be a street tripping kind of day. And hey, we get to do our favorite. Oh yeah, how are you doing on the texture challenge? I was gonna say we get to do our favorite drawing, but not really. That's the texture challenge. Also, Kat, you've kind of inspired me to do the texture challenge. We may be doing that after lesson 5. But then we have to do the 200, like, ugh, whatever. Yeah, but I'm kind of inspired by you working so diligently through that. Anyways, let's set our hour timer. Let's see, that means we're going to end at 7:50, which means I have plenty of time. So we can go overtime if we want today. However, given that I'm this tired, and we want to be 6 textures in, oh my goodness. That's insane. You are the speediest person alive. I remember, like, literally, my first page of textures probably took me, like, 3 days. And I know way more than that. It was way... I remember Right Mons taking, like, 3 days. Like, that one... I was so... and the alligator as well. Oh my gosh. When was that? Because I remember drawing it at home and at my apartment. Was that during fall break? Oh man. One thing that I'm glad I did, and I highly recommend everyone does, is if you have a friend on Discord or just whatever, like an art friend, send each other your work and updates, because then what you can do is you can go into the past and see like a timeline of what you worked on, and that's what I use Delano. I mean, obviously I just enjoy talking to Delano, but yeah, like I can just go back to literally when I first started talking to Delano, and I was doing the 250 box challenge, and that's how I kept track of a lot of my textures and how long it took me to do stuff like that. So highly recommend it. Anyways, okay, the scary part. So let's look back at our kitty cat. Here we go. Oh man, what? Sorry, I know I say it every stream, but just what a beautiful creature. Like, come on. So one thing that I'm kind of noticing that I am worried about is that, and I'm not sure how allowed I am to be doing this, but I'm seeing this form go like this, and I feel like my existing one goes like this, and so it wouldn't be as, you know, you see what I mean? Like it travels up the sphere here, around and back, and then kind of, you know, goes with the rest of the form. And in fact, contrary to what I said earlier, I think we'll let it actually kind of end right here. But yeah, so this is kind of the shape we want footprint wise. We're going up the form, around the side of the face here, and then this is going to kind of travel up. So this is the footprint. And there's not really much else we can do right here, because then it's just the side of the circle. And we can add, you know, contour lines to kind of, or like a contour line just to say, hey, actually, I'm not even sure if I want to do that. And there is also the debate as if we want to, what is it, do this with multiple forms or one. I like one form. Going to Uncomfy's construction, he does barely even one. And then over here, there's not really a good reference for any of this. We just have this. And plus, I mean, it's a tiger, so it's a bit of a different choice we have to do. But yeah, so I'm willing to add this and just make sure it feels really round up here. I think that's the first part, really round right here, and then really like, basically this is, the footprint is a very important part to making it seem 3D, because otherwise the contour is just going to exist out here. Like we can't make the contour seem any more believable than it already is. We could like give maybe a bend like this. But other than that, there's nothing really telling the viewer, hey, this is going into the distance, it's going backwards. I kind of like this shape though, actually, because currently I have this, like dramatize this, but instead keeping it straight right here. I kind of like that. Oh, how's that contrary to this one? Yeah, I think that one may be better, because then we can add, you know, all of our fur from it. Just a bit more mindful than that, right? It's like right here, we're only going to see it over here. That's a really wide area though. I feel like it will maybe get a bit closer to the edge there. Actually, yeah, he does add quite a bit over there. And his is very stylized. Definitely like kind of send these all forward. Like so. Like this is probably what I would want from it. I feel like I'm designing some like generic middle school's mascot right now. Like I feel like every middle school, their mascot is like a cat or a bird, and that's all they, or maybe a rhino. I feel like a rhino, or like some like strong, like not a hippo. That's actually a bit silly, but you know, something of the sort. But yeah, so this is our goal, and maybe in here I want like some more fine lines, like deeper lines. But I feel like every time I say line in this stream, and I'm saying lion. Line. Okay. Cool. So, other option is this. It's kind of capturing, like, I'm not sure if I'm using this word correctly, but the shape language of the tiger. Like, would you be able to recognize it's a tiger if all you had was a head, this, and then like the pokey part, right? Like this. Kind of looks like a lion at this point, if you're gonna ask me. Nose. No, that's a dog. That's just a dog. So like making that decision. Oh, and yeah, keeping, I think this part is very important. So if we were to include that, because it does kind of travel down the side of the face. The side of the snout, I should say. I don't know why I'm obsessing over this the way I am. Yeah, plus I'm giving you guys like a terrible view. Here, wait. I guess we just got obsessed with it too early. There we go. So going over the circle, down the snout, all the way over to Grandma's house, and then we'll cut it off a bit earlier, maybe like right here instead. Okay, something of the sort. We have our general idea. And then yeah. Hey, what's up, Delano? Hope all is well. I'll say it for the 50th time. I am tired. I've been stuttering a lot. We're hello chat. But yeah. So we're gonna be doing the tufts of fur today, and then hopefully getting to the eyes. We'll see how much is in us today. I don't want to make any silly, rash mistakes. So looking back at this, I really want to cut over here because that's just way too big. Just we won't be obeying our construction, which is a sad reality of doing that. So yeah, we would buttress it right here. I'm not sure what that would look like. Do we just share the line, or should we add like a bit? It looks like we trace over it, which makes sense. So we would want it to go up here. I really wanted to cut over because like, and I guess what we could do is when we're adding, because the eye is like right here. The muscle that's going to go right here. I really want to cut this corner. Because it does kind of traverse over the sunken in part of the eye. So we would travel up here, and then continue going up until about right here on the head. And this is kind of where the helmet happens. Like, this is the helmet right here. And this is with the ears. So everything up here. So this kind of division between helmet and normal cranium is where we'll have part of our fur. And let's start establishing some landmarks in relation to the construction that we have so far. Because additive forms at this point, we have to do the difficult job of bridging what we have and bridging what's actually there. So So like cranium helmet is back here. We're going all the way out here. We can have some combination of these, but something like that. So yeah. See, that doesn't seem right. I mean, we do have this, but so just start collecting landmarks because the nose will be roughly here. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I feel like that one teacher just does not know that. It kind of looks like a headset. Gamer, tiger. Anyways, so yeah. This is roughly at the nose. Yes, Delano did a wonderful job. Little guy. I love birds. I woke up this morning and I opened my curtain right next to my bed because I like the window is like literally right next to my face. And there was just I think it was either a mockingbird or a grackle. I could not tell because I just woke up and it was really scraggly. It was like either like a really young and scraggly female grackle or just like a really scraggly probably a male oh my gosh, mockingbird. Regardless, it was just like pecking at my window for no reason. It didn't wake me up, but I thoroughly enjoyed its company. And I'm inspired to put one of those like hanging suction cup feeders onto my window. But I also live quite high up, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Anyways, back to our tiger. So this ends right. So remember, this is here. That's that line, and then the jowls will hang a tiny bit underneath. So that means about right here. Actually, well, technically a bit lower, huh? That's where that ends. And we start traveling up, and then our nose to nearly a bit past this is the side of that form. And then we traverse upwards a bit above the brow and not at the intersection point just yet. Be probably about right here. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, the biggest part about lesson 5 to me and like the learning curve, I think, is just understanding that it's 3D. To stop looking at it in terms of lines, which is so hard to do. Yeah, Kat, we're looking forward to the lesson 5 actually after the texture training arc, but we are looking forward to it. Can't wait to see you guys. You join us and then probably surpass us because you are one of the fastest. We're gonna go about right here because yeah, if the eye was about right here, we're only reaching to about the left of it, so at most right here, and that's gonna traverse it, right? We need to be obeying the forms that are on the page, so if it lands right here and goes up here, it's gonna do about that. So we're going from here out. I'll add a bit of a slight curve to it, and then in. I'm gonna have an inwards backwards C curve right here, doing this. And then I do want these to be sharp, so this one, while very curved, I'll do my best to, yeah. And then over here, we need to traverse these forms, which is going to be a bit difficult because there is a bump here, but I'm just going to do a continuous line, kind of like how Uncomfy did the for the squirrel demo, like after making the footprint, treated this as if it was a round form, a round thing instead of just a set of planes. And then we're gonna land about right here. I think that'd be fun. And then we're gonna start traversing around the side of the head till probably about right here. And then I actually want that cut off right here. And then buttress it over here. I'm actually almost... I kind of want to disobey the entirety of this and add the form curling up like this. And do this somewhat complex line instead of buttressing against the eye form. And I think that's pretty fun. Now, let's fix my posture real quick because I am not sitting correctly. Now let's do the check. And this is kind of like, I'm at the point where like I have to manually engage it, but let's do the check to make sure that I feel like this is 3D. And so, which is weird because I kind of just like think about it and now I like see it as 3D. So it makes sense that this is going over. Like this no longer feels like a tiger to me. It feels just like a combination of shapes that somewhat looks like a tiger. Oh, we do have to leave some room up here for our ears. You don't want to get it too muddled in there, so we could actually lower this if we wanted to hear. Just would have to kind of play around with some angles, but I think that's fine. So I'm willing to just go for this. I feel pretty good. So yeah, what is the form that we're adding here? It's going to reach all the way up here, buttress up against to here, and make this like footprint across the face, kind of covering that part of the cranium. Or sorry, the gap for the eyes, whatever it's called. And then we traverse up here to about this point, and this is the back of the head-ish. And then we're gonna go over here, and it's now separating from the form a bit, so we don't need to be as probably on it. And then this one's completely the contour. We land over here, and we return, probably with this kind of C-curve, a forward-facing C-curve. And then we connect it back up here. And it's not so much a straight line as like a gradual curve. I think as long as we just have something there that's confident, it'll be fine. Strangely nervous. Yep, that's the exact same way I'll describe it for me. We're not alone. So yeah, let's do it. Wait, oh shoot, are we using a good pen? We are, thank God. Okay, oof. Seems a bit narrower, but I think it's gonna be fine for now. And we're jumping over here. Honestly, my experience with lesson 5, like lesson 2, definitely thinking too much held me back, but here, like slowly, just really slowly going for it. Like that's the bug constructions, or like the bug training arc, that's what really helps me. But at the end of the day, right, it's whatever is best for you. So if you find one method works than the other, go for it. That's the Lona said. Like that. And we're gonna travel around the sphere here and end up there. So smooth and then kind of whiplash, just like whoosh. Looks a bit odd, but I'm gonna stick with it. Okay. It seems a bit stiff and it's not the outwards angle that I was expecting. But we're gonna keep it for now because we still have the fur to add to it. Yeah, because these are like really far out. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but we're gonna continue. Huge! Good to hear. Yeah, if like you asked me a while ago to be like, what form should you like expect to put on the tiger? I don't think there's a single algorithm. It's just like, what is the biggest thing you could put on its face to describe the most of it without being like too complex. Like the least polygons needed to describe something on the face. This one follows the same procedure. Just those are a lot more pronounced. I'm gonna keep mine pretty thin for now. Will I probably regret that? Yeah, but something like this is what I'm expecting over here. Landmark wise, we can't forget that this one's actually happening during the jowl, so about right here. It's jumping out from there. I'm gonna worry more about the footprint first though. So yeah, here, and then we can just imagine if we're drawing through our form. It does kind of exist here in the mouth, but so we should really think of it as like somewhere in here happening. Let's see, it would be about right here if we wanted that pure symmetry, which I actually kind of am for. because the jowl will cover that, so let's do it. And then, so yeah, we're going to be raising up there. I'm not even sure if I should draw that line though, but we will be drawing out like that. And let's see, where does this first point happen? It happens kind of at the center to lower third of the bridge, so about right here, and it seems to be probably on the outside of our thing, so we're going to be traversing like this. And then we have a straighter one that goes to exactly the brow, which I would say is about right here. And it traverses, I'm gonna put it inwards, but yeah, something like that. And then we go up onto the head. Oh geez, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, well now there's just, I think we're good. Invest in expensive paper, everybody. Jeez, okay. This whole pack cost me like 20 bucks, so pretty pricey for a pack of 500 paper, but my first pack lasted me almost 2 years, so like since 250 bucks to the summer, so at least a year flat. Yeah, sorry, a year. I'm getting my calisthenics timeline fused. I'm gonna get some water real quick, and then we're gonna get back into it. Oh, was I unmuted that whole time? I apologize if you heard like half that. That was gross. I realized like water sometimes gets stuck to my beard, and that happened one stream where like a piece of water just came onto the page, and so I'm like very meticulous now about like a cat. Topical. Anyways. So, and then we travel along the side of the face. So we're going to be doing the same thing here. We're going to be going like this. Obviously a lot thinner because we're kind of looking at it. And then we want to land probably about, let's see if that goes like this and this about right here. Ooh, I just realized I forgot to do something on GitHub that I had to do for class. Yikes. This, and it's going to be still the same amount of pronounced. We want it to be symmetrical now. That's also the goal. So we have to like obey our construction, obey symmetry, and obey our reference. Symmetry probably is part of construction, but still. So yeah, we have this. And this is actually a two-parter. We have like this initial one, and then this more flat one. I just want that kind of shape in there, because that's when it's actually like on. I need to fix my posture, geez. On here. So without any further ado, I want to bridge this out here. Make sure it's not too asymmetrical. Right here is where the corner is, so this one is pretty much, yeah, look at that. Good job. Okay. This is a bit high, but I'm going to keep it that way. And definitely a curve outwards, this. And then our following. We forgot to do our purposeful check for anatomy, but I kind of feel okay about this one. And then we travel inwards. And then we're on top of the sphere. We should have probably started with the footprint. So now we have this. Cool. And now this very complicated line, which is going to go from here, nick that, and then go all the way up. So here. Cool. Kind of getting lost in the lines now. It's quite a bit, but I'm okay with it. Cool. Jeez, it is a lot though. And yes, we will be texturing that, or adding the fur at least, because I want practice doing that. Now next is the eye spheres. This is going to actually be a very important part of the process, because I feel like the eye, I mean, this is one of the first noticeable forms that we have on here, other than our helmet, because our helmet was the first one that isn't kind of like being subdued by other forms. And the eye will be slightly larger than what we see, because we just have that skin, the eyelids and stuff on it. That looks silly, but and also this is the part that you look at and you notice is wrong the first. This is like my biggest problem with drawing humans, with drawing animals, with drawing anything that you can look at other than like bugs, And even bugs still I have a big issue with, especially the pupil, because the pupil, like, if they're not symmetrical, something's up, and your brain notices it. So what can we do to make sure that these are right? We can drop down the center of the eye, because eye centers are helpful, circle centers are helpful. And that lands just on the side of the face there. And this one lands on the tip of the nose. This looks like a very weird, edgy, like 14-year-olds drawing on MS Paint of like a scary creepypasta, but just stick with me for a second. So yeah. It is weird how inwards this one is, because that means the center of the eye is going to be about right here, and which means it's going to be tucked slightly into the cranium. Meanwhile, this one is on the side of the face. Now, height-wise, we do have the issue of the nose being right here, and then the bridge of the nose is more like this. And then we traverse over, which will be part of our brow / nose form that we choose to add later. I think I'm going to do it like this. Something of the sort. So that means my intuition is telling me this high. I'm just gonna do a little dot and send it over. I need a better posture. Yeah, so that's the highest point of the spheres. And then low wise, I mean, we can kind of, I think we'll be fine if we just do this. So yeah. And this one we said lands about right here. Thank you very much, Mr. Rise. Trying our hardest. Okay. I'm only gonna do one pass. Yeah, we're being very anal about it. Actually, so yeah, my worst line just kind of happened in my opinion. But yeah, so we have that one right here. And then I think my YouTube music. Oh, why did I do the right one first? Dang it. Oh, whatever, okay. Because that means we have to kind of like avoid it as we do this. So that means the height of this one right here. Don't want to be too high. And actually, if we're going to wrap, because it's going to be a bit higher than that one, right? Ah, yikes. Just slightly higher. Because it's wrapping around the form. And it's obviously much more to the left. So the center is going to be about right here. So we're seeing something like this. Oh, okay, not the perfect circle. This one's a bit like squashed this way. This one's about squashed this way, but I think it's good for now. It's Tiger-esque, and that's kind of the goal. So good stuff so far. Now we just want to implement the brow over that whenever we get there. We also have the ears, which I'm a bit worried for just height-wise. But now we have the eyes to kind of anchor all of our measurements and stuff down, which is really good. It is a game now of picking what forms we want to put up there, but since the least intrusive form and probably the easiest for me to draw right now, I'm going to go for the ears. So ears, there is a tuft of fur that exists right here as well, and you can actually see the exact same kind of tuft of fur in the scroll construction right here. It's this tuft of fur, and Uncomfy ends up drawing it right here, this form. Which I really like how it's drawn actually as well, because the profile, the footprint is actually kind of like this, but then we have the 3D nature of it. Like this is the part that's sitting on the sphere. It could probably be a bit more like this, right? And then we have the 3D-ness, and this single silhouette does an amazing job of estimating all that. So, continuing forward, we have our FNAF looking tiger. Animatronic, goofy, okay. So, the ear, I'm gonna do the footprints first, of course. Land right above the brow. Look at that. That's a bit tilted, but same concept applies. And then we're given quite a lot of room remaining on the helmet part. And now we can use the center of the eye to just kind of help us. That's actually pretty helpful to know that it's just to the right of the eye center. This one's about right here. It looks really weird using the center of the eye, but I'm going to stick with it for now. And so yeah, now we have the rough estimates, and I would say like this is actually the corner of our cranial thing, or maybe a bit right here, but yeah, so it goes to about right here. Notably, this corner is this corner, so the ear starts just bottom and down from that, which lines up with here pretty well. So I'm just gonna leave a dot right there, and my music just stopped, and the stream just hit 55 minutes, which makes perfect sense, because I started the music almost an hour ago. Oh man, I cannot tell you guys like the peace. Let's have a moment real quick, right? I know I keep stalling, but it helps me like not do too much at once. Like the amount of peace I had starting the stream tonight, knowing I just had an hour and a half today to do something. I know it's cliche, but like to do something that I thoroughly enjoy. Oh my god, I needed this so bad. It's been a chaotic 2 days. I'm still wrangling the semester, you know, trying to. It's literally like, okay, I know I'm gonna say this and people are gonna be like, oh, okay, Kavel, I get it, I know where, yeah, but it's like a bull riding, like you just gotta, I can't do a good enough analogy for this, but you gotta hold on for dear life, man. You gotta wrangle it and just hope that you can get a grip for as long as you can on the semester. It's going to slip out from under you, quite literally. You're gonna get rug pulled by the semester, but knowing that it's a rodeo, you just gotta beat everyone else time-wise, right? You don't gotta be on the bull for a while. But man, it is a crazy ride. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Good stuff. You guys better be drinking water as well, I swear. I'm going to break my monitor, I swear. Anyways. Oh man, I'm so happy about this construction so far. And so yeah, it ends near where our line ended. Just a bit to the right. So we're going to be, intuition-wise, about right here. I don't really have a good basis for it. Center of the eye goes up and then moves to the right a bit. So maybe we're a bit too far to the left, but I'm okay with that for now. It is, yeah, smaller in proportion to everything else. I don't want to zoom in mentally too much. Yeah, if we were going to land this somewhere, I guess it would maybe land even on this, not the side of the circle. Maybe on the side of our current... I know, it's a bit too far. Actually, yeah, wow. If we, this... It's kind of like right here. So yeah, we should move it to the right a bit. And then, yeah, it's definitely sitting... This is where the, like, having a high quality photo comes in, even though this isn't the best. We can see it sitting on there. So, there exists some footprint like this, probably a lot narrower. Like so. And right here we're seeing the very edges of it, so we can kind of control how deep that goes. It's not very deep. It's a pretty thin ear because it's coming so much far from the back. What we're seeing, right, remember, is like this projection forward. We're seeing this flat plane right here. And all the bulk of it is happening right here, back there. So, we're not going to have like too much to visually introduce because we're being foreshortened so much, right? Like it's like looking at a 1-point box, right? The rest of the cat's ear is going back here. Like that. So enough dilly-dallying. Actually, a tiny bit more. Interesting. How does a cat's ear work? More dilly-dallying. So the flatter part is right here, that curved inwards part. On the right. So it makes sense down here that I did it from the right, I guess. I just didn't really like the shape of it because it's a very round, like look at that. Which does make my job a bit more difficult, but let's worry about the footprint for now. See, we're not going far. We're only going like this. Let's see. A line here would travel downwards like that and upwards like this up here. I love listening to like independently created music. Indie I mean indie music, sure, but like on YouTube for studying, like people will make soundtracks and they're like, hey, give this a listen while you study because that helps me and it helps you. But I guess I've listened to the midis of these like just too much, because like I've heard that vocal track before, you know, or like I've heard that violin before. Dang, pattern recognition. Those lines weren't as confident, which I don't like. They were a bit too thick. Over here, Uncomfy kind of said it in the demo video, we really can't see what's going on here, so we can have a rough approximation, but at the end of the day, you can only do so much. And we do have this to help us out, the fact that we now know this is somewhat symmetrical. And we can use existing geometry as well to help us out. So for example, the eye of the tiger. Oh my god, I haven't made that joke yet. Starts a bit to the right, so we can actually increase the profile. Actually, I'm gonna keep it where it is. I'm gonna obey my construction for this one. Only gonna go out just the tiniest bit. Just a tiny bit. Like literally nothing. And I cannot believe I haven't made like a single reference to Eye of the Tiger this entire stream. If I was still like naming my streams, they're like silly things, or like I really love the alliteration, definitely would have been Eye of the Tiger today. But I realized after a while, if people want to like categorize my streams and like go to specific streams for specific things, I need to start naming them properly. Anyways. I have a feeling, I just feel that this is too small, but I think it's also because, I don't know, my eyes are quite large. How many eyes fit in one of these? That sounds weird. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3. Got like 3 eyes stacked on top of each other. If we could fit 1, 2. So yeah, this is a bit small. And then height-wise, it's no bigger than the forehead. Radially, these distances are somewhat the same. So, like going from here to here is the same as going here to here. So probably about like that. I want to go larger though. Intuitively, I just feel like we're too small. So, because the eye's gonna get cut off right there. That sounds gross. To this, to this. Yeah, we are shrinking the eye or not even artificially, we're just putting the muscle and stuff in front of it. To this, to here. And I'm just gonna make sure I expand it as we go out. So we're starting right here. I want to look at the squirrel ear construction just to see how we did the planes. We have one for this, another intersecting for that. So you start with the backs of the ears. And ooh, I just got the craziest like headache pain. Ow. Okay. So that can definitely be this one. It's going to start right here and kind of curl back. And it goes up. It does these 2 lines that I'm noticing. It goes up and back and then out like this. And then we have this and this, making a little house. So that's the goal. We want to go out here and here. Now we're going to be doing it curved, obviously, but it's, you know, something of that sort. And yeah, if we want to just check the top of the head, should go about right half the way through it. So we have this top of the head, this. So somewhere up here. Yeah, okay, that seems about right. So we want to go like this. Try to say a lot of this rolled outwards. We just really want that house shape, so I may... Yeah, I know this will be correct if we do it, so we're gonna go like that. And then the center, the top point that I want to focus on, like doing this form back here, which I realized this goes a bit too far. I'd land like right here. Anyways, it's okay if it's larger because these are already a bit small. This tip of the ear lands way past the fur, so we need to be, well, there we go. Okay, yeah. And then just a bit above, not too much, but cool. And then I want to go over here, and this one's going to be, we're going to see the silhouettes. It's going to go a bit like this, and we're going to go almost a single line because we're going to be adding another form that kind of twists like this. It's going to go like here and over. So this. Kind of keeping the shape there. And we're going to actually, yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll do the next ear. Does feel a bit small, but I think it'll get better as we go along. God, how many streams is this one tiger construction going to take? Okay. So now we have this one. This one's actually turned a bit away from us. So we'll have this line up here. Then we're just going to start going away. It's getting its own season, I know, right? I do need it. So I actually messaged Uncomfy. Oh yeah, I get to talk about this now. So I work on the script as I do the reviews. Like as I make these videos, I put like, whether it be my notes app or like Google Docs and Google Slides where I actually make the script, I write down things that I want to talk about in the videos. And the bug training arc was not supposed to be as effective as it was. Like I just wanted some more practice getting used to 3D shapes, but like rotating those dang little silly bugs upside down helped me so much. I can't stress how much it helped me. It was difficult. It was really difficult, but it caused me to slow down and really tackle those initial errors that I had in the Wolf demo. And so I asked Uncomfy on Discord, I was like, hey, I really want to mention this in my review video. Obviously, like, I'm not going to say it's going to work for everybody or anything like that, but I legitimately believe this is something that helped me and can help other people. And he was so kind. He was like, yeah, go for it, man. It's your review. Just make sure you're not saying it's part of Drawbox, which is true. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't unwise to tell people that this is a method that could work if it's unfounded, right? Like I don't want to give people unfounded, not unsolicited. I mean, all my streams and YouTube videos are unsolicited, but yeah, like I don't want to give something that's not founded or a professional artist wouldn't recommend. And Uncomfy sounded okay with the idea, so I'll mention it. I'm not going to say it's going to make you better, and it has to really be used in a very specific scenario with critique, with external input, but it can work. And it's a technique for a reason, right? Anyways, back to this ear. Enough yapping. So, ear height. I know this one's taller than the other one, intuitively. I'm going to know, like, this tiger in its entirety. It's going to be like, I see it in my sleep, you know? So yeah, this one ends, it's not as high as I would like, but it's okay for now. And we have this going back. So yeah, this one's pretty notably higher than this one. And it actually goes through like 3/4 of the ear because this one's turning away from us, right? It's going backwards. So instead of looking like this is the ear, it's like this. So see how the midpoint shifted more this way now? Like the screen is taking up a lot more of my hand until it gets to this midpoint. So because it's doing that, we're going to occupy about 3/4 of this initial space and then kind of quickly turn back. And I'm going to take another sip of water. I'm very glad to hear and glad to announce that hopefully, knock on wood, no jinx it, right? But no one in close proximity to me, such as my neighbors or my roommates, have COVID. So I think we caught it at the right time, or at least I just did enough. I'm a very clean person. I'm not coughing or sneezing on people, let alone sharing food or like, I thoroughly clean my dishes. Like I don't know why it's a huge thing for me, but I'm a very anal and clean person, and glad to hear that I hopefully didn't get anybody sick. So we're gonna be operating about right there. 3/4 through. We have a curve right here, backwards. I need CS3D. I'm copying the lines. Get out of here. We need to think in 3D. So yeah, this is gonna be from here going back, not as far. That was a bit too much of a curve, but we can make it work. I want this to be somewhat flat, or at least curved. Okay. And then we're going to be doing a simple thing, because remember, we have this other form right here as well, so. Cool. Yeah, the tiger, I mean, bug constructions were on average probably 2 to 3 streams long. We'll see how these demos go. Like, this is tough. So now we have our additive forms. We have to be careful with these because it's kind of not really grounded in reality. It's up to us. But I don't want to go over here. I want to traverse right here and then go back in at some point. Because yeah, it kind of does bridge that. And we have to make sure we know its footprint. And I kind of see it going like this around the sphere. So I'm going to land, make the footprint, and then come back in. So we're gonna land, make the footprint, and then traverse back inwards. Kind of overdid it, but I think it's fine for now. And then we have the one over here. This one definitely kind of points even inwards. But yeah, we have this part right here. So we're gonna land. Definitely a bit too late on that. Don't want to smear anything with my palm. And then we're gonna go around. So yeah, we're going up now, right? We're going up. And then finishing the rest, kind of going like this. Bit high, but I think it's okay. The eyes are looking more and more asymmetrical to me, but I think that's just, I've been staring at it too long. I mean, they're not perfectly symmetrical, but yeah. Once we had the eyelids, that's where it really gets, yeah, important. Cool. Now is just the intimidating stuff, which is everything and the additive forms. Oh, I'm putting dots everywhere, jeez. So, let us return to our tiger Legos. We only have remaining the brow / bridge of the nose, because we didn't really do anything for here, and we can really redefine it, honestly. We have the jaw and kind of like connective tissue to the jaw. That kind of like will mold it to here, right? We have the nose and the jowls, the teeth, and then we're kind of done. Then we just texture it, which is also intimidating. Yikes, yeah. So I kind of want to do the brow and then call it quits for the day, because that's the part that's worrying me the most. I'm kind of unhappy with that these lines exist. It does just kind of look meh. So yeah, these are super thin. And definitely exist really well inside those spaces. Oh, and then the brow, sorry. Yeah, you did these forms because the brow is already kind of already good. I'm not sure how much of a separate form, because like he does this form, which is literally just a sausage form, which is kind of cool to think about. All I know for now is that I will go back to the drawing board for a bit. Looks cool. Yeah, this just feels too large. Okay, I don't want to export it. Because uncomfy doesn't even fill in the entirety of the space there. Doesn't really mean we have to either. As long as we believe this is 3D, that's the goal, right? And I'm also going to get rid of the brow. I want to redo the brow. Or I have to grab a new orange. Here we go. And I'm gonna rotate to the main monitor for this one. There we go. Hate to do it mid-stream or at the end of the stream, but it is what it is. So, looking at our tiger friends, I'm gonna kind of like do a pseudo construction over here. What do we want? And I guess it would be smart to do two separate forms here. One form going like this. And then one form. This one actually travels around in the back. We can't forget this is a 3D form. Because yeah, we have this shape. Or like that. And then this one's pretty elegant. It's just... And I want to leave more room for the like eye itself. So when we do this, let's just be very conservative with how much we're actually covering in here. So instead of going like this, we'll go like this. So to get rid of our weird eyeliner, we're going to just traverse, trying to see this in terms of the eyeballs here, and gonna have to draw an eye up here. I'm sorry, Mr. Tiger, but you're gonna have a third eye. What's the difference between, like, do they look differently, male and female tigers? Definitely a Googleable question. So yeah, this is traveling up and back the eye, giving us that kind of swoosh, Pepsi swoosh. So. And then here we can kind of... And then up here we have the three-parter, so this, up here, and then back. I like that. It's kind of like this straight, and then going around. That's just the rest of the form kind of bothers me. So we have this part of the eye. And then I'm just going to worry about this for now. Yeah, basically where this red line is, we want to... So we're going to kind of be as far up here as we can so we can get to that like vertical nature and then travel down. And then we want to kind of travel up here with this. And then what form? I do kind of see like this going on. But it's like definitely a lot more Pangea-esque. I don't know, like just wide. I don't know why I said Pangea, but like this. And then what form do I see happening up here? Definitely see like this. Now, what can Comfy do to make this not look bad? Lots of overlap right there. Makes it look really good. This one was turned away from us, so it was kind of got flattened. It felt like it was sitting there. And I really like this one, but yeah, this one's a bit interesting. Because I want them to feel together. Kind of like that, maybe even. It looks a bit uncanny, I'm not gonna lie. I think the line will could be larger. This one kind of rotating around the form right there. You do want it to have the same form as this one over here, so. This looks uncanny though, doesn't it? So who said it needs to be this super complex structure? I mean, that's the thing, is like on the nose we want to be adding this. I think his work, because they don't try to sit too high. Like it sits here and then it just kind of, I don't know. Makes it look a bit silly, but I kind of like this more. I don't know, it's just not satisfying me. I think we may call it here though. Even though I do want to draw more, I can feel myself getting a bit flustered. Not even like mad flustered, just like I want this to work, but that doesn't mean we'll get the solution tonight, right? In times like those, it is just smarter to call it quits and calm down than let your brain do the thinking instead of your intuition do the thinking. I think is the better word for that. But we'll give it a couple more attempts to see if there's any solution that kind of inspires us. Yeah, because this kind of sinks in. Like, this is just keeps going, so... Or maybe we're thinking too big, and the actual just eyelid is something that we should care about. So instead of like all that, we should just be focusing down here. So, come on, let me change my... It is not letting me change my marker color. That's not good. Well, I wanted to, but I guess we gotta do it like this now. Now trying to see it as a 3D shape. We want to just travel along that cheekbone. It looks so weird, but it kind of works. Especially in terms of that, right? Being lost. I think this just needs to be a bit like a bit more out, like less pinching right here, because you have this kind of going. So it's I like this one. This one feels 3D. It feels like Batman. This one does not feel like Batman yet. Because we're going to go around the form up here. It's a bit too dramatic, but something like that. So yeah, I kind of like this. It's a bit gross and uncanny, but better than that, geez. Let's see what this looks like without... Oh my god, come on. Let me pick... There, boom, 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 boom. Nice. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Does it kind of disobey our thing? Yeah, but meh. So yeah, we'll get to that tomorrow. And we'll leave it here. Cool. So, oh geez, I still have another hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I gotta be awake. I just want to sleep. Oh, there that goes. So yeah, really good stuff today. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Of course, there's their errors, mostly mechanical, a tiny bit conceptual, but I think at the end of the day, we're doing this pretty well. That is something I want to, like, I think this is the most egregious thing right here. Which is going to say, Cab, aren't there other things that you don't like? Yeah, but like the straight line here, I feel like there's a better solution of drawing that. Why am I like leaning? I'm like leaning off my chair talking to you guys. But yeah, I'm really, really happy. I'm very proud of this too. We've worked very hard. So with that being said, everybody, we're going to be streaming. Do you guys like this time, or would you like it to be back to its usual time? Let me know if I end the stream before you guys can type it out. Just put it in the comments. I personally like it later, but I can change it to whatever you guys need, because at the end of the day, I'm just going to be studying before or after, right? It doesn't really change either way. But yeah. So thank you guys very much. We're going to be doing 7:30 p.m. CST unless someone in the chat says, no, do it at this time. Also, I learned the difference between CST and CDT today. CST or CDT is specifically from like March to November during like... Oh wait, no, it's basically like daylight savings time. So you use CDT at one time of the year and CST at the other. That's stupid, but it's better than putting GMT plus whatever I am, right? So the same time, same place tomorrow, 7:30, not same time as today. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. I promise I'll get some sleep, and you guys please get some sleep and drink water as well. Yeah, bye for now. Why do I say bye for now? Do you guys ever think about that? It's a bit weird. Why don't I just say goodbye? I can see you guys.